episode 3.
Welcome to the Unqualified Queerist.
Episode 3, baby. Boom, boom. We made it.
We made it.
We made it. It's been a long and windy road.
Who knows who made it with us?
We made it. We made it. So, firstly, I'd like to start by saying thank you to everyone for all the feedback we've had. to all our fans. Thank you.
Yeah, we got some nice feedback.
Yeah.
Some funny feedback.
Exactly. At the end of the day, it's been great.
It's mostly been good.
Yeah. So we made it to episode 3, and this episode is about what? What are we discussing?
We're going to be talking about our relationship to relationships.
Yes, exactly. Because we are very qualified to talk about that.
Definitely. It's going to be amateur hour, guys.
Yeah. So we actually just finished. Well, I watched the episode. I just finished watching that episode of Last of Us. I don't know if anyone's seen it.
If there's anyone who hasn't seen Last of Us, they can skip ahead.
Yeah, but episode
like 10
3,
minutes or
literally
something.
episode 3 of Last of Us, and I'm a bit of an emotional wreck right now. So if I sound emotional in this podcast, it's because I've just witnessed some beautiful gays find love, and that's what matters.
What, do you want to talk about the episode?
It's okay. I'll let them. I don't want to spoil it for people that haven't seen it. So
Oh, they can skip ahead.
no, I don't want to be that person. But yeah, it's a beautiful episode. You know, it really makes you think about love and all that crap. You know, it gives you hope.
It was a beautiful storyline.
Yeah, it was a beautiful storyline. So what are we discussing when it comes to relationships? Huh?
I think we can discuss the cornerstone
Yes.
of relationships,
Mm-hmm.
which we've touched on before, but we'll go into a deep dive today.
Yep.
We're going to talk about attachment theory.
Woo! Attachment theories. Yes.
And essentially, attachment theory is the way we attach to other people. Basically, when you're young, you don't have any choice but to attach to your caregivers / parents, whoever they may be. So that's what forms your idea of what it means to attach to someone, how you attach to someone, and how you keep someone, or how you relate to someone.
Yeah.
And I was listening to a psychologist talk about Kim Bartholomew. She's a psychologist, and she came up with an easy way to kind of think about the 4 attachment styles in really basic terms, which is how you relate to people, using the words positive or negative. Okay. So it's like, how do you feel about yourself? Positive or negative? And then the next question is, how do you feel about others? Positive or negative?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so for you, what do you think? For yourself, how do you view yourself?
I view myself as a positive person.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. But
And other people?
how I view other people, I think overall I like to think everyone's positive,
Okay.
but you know,
Yeah.
there is some negativity out there.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think the whole concept is to just boil it down to essentially what do you think of people,
Okay.
and essentially what do you think of yourself.
Okay.
So you think positive,
Yeah.
positive?
What do you think?
I would say I think of myself positively, and I generally think of people negatively. I think
Right.
I have that tendency to think that.
Mm.
So
that reflects in your attachment style.
yes.
Yes. Okay.
So if you answer like I did, positive, negative, then you're more likely to have a dismissive avoidant attachment, which means you believe in yourself and you trust that you can meet your own needs, but you don't trust other people to do that for you. So
Okay.
hence the negative version of viewing other people.
Okay.
Say if you answered like Prav.
Yeah. Yes.
Well-
yes. Well, we actually did a quiz earlier on.
We
didn't
did.
And so for me, it said that I'm in between anxious and secure. So I'm like secure, anxious, like in between there.
Yeah.
Not avoidant. That's not on my spectrum.
You're not avoidant.
I'm also not too anxious either, but I am anxious. But
what was the other one?
I think it was, what was the other one? Preoccupied?
Fearful, avoidant.
Fearful of avoidant. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had a little bit of that as well. That, yeah.
Well, this quiz broke it down into percentiles because I do believe that you're on a spectrum and you can't.
Exactly. You can't just break it down. I feel like when I'm in a relationship, actually in the relationship, I think I'm pretty secure. When I'm in a stable relationship.
Okay.
But when there's bits of conflict or bits of oopsie daisies, I get anxious.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So when conflict happens,
you
feel anxious.
Yeah, or like external factors are brought in, like family or friends, then I get anxious. But if it's just me and that person, then I think I'm secure.
Okay. I think I'm gonna burst your bubble.
Oh, wait. What else are you here to do, huh?
I think that everyone thinks they're secure until there's conflict.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And that's when your true attachment is...
Really? I think also you can be secure going into a relationship and then become anxious halfway through because of that person.
Your attachment can change.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're in a relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
I don't think there's a set attachment for everyone unless you've had like a lot of work. You've done a lot of work on yourself and you're able to navigate in different relationships. Yeah.
I think experiences can change your attachment style. And what they call corrective experience. And also therapy. Oh, yeah. And working on yourself to consciously work on your attachment style. Those are the factors. But I think the only time you truly know what your attachment style is when you're in a relationship and you get triggered.
Yeah, that's it.
Otherwise, everybody's got to be dandy. I think most of the times everyone's like, I'm chill, I'm cool. And then you get triggered. Yeah.
But then there's also people that like just get anxious over small things in a relationship.
Oh, that's like different. That's like anxiety.
Yeah, which is different. That's also part of their attachment theory with that partner in a relationship.
Oh, right. If they get anxious about the person and not just
it's like, they're going to leave me, they're going to abandon me, you know, that kind of.
So that's the other one.
Yeah.
So if you answered positive, then you might be secure. Yeah. Because you believe in yourself and you also believe that the world is good. The people in the world are good.
I mean, not everyone's good, but you know,
well, the jury's still out whether she's secure. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I'm secure. I would love to be secure.
I do think you have elements that lend to the security because I do think you have a positive outlook for people and yourself, and you're not so concerned about, you know, people's motives and whether things will go to shit. You're just like, I'll just accept it and it'll get better. You're very optimistic.
I'm just like, actually, if you hurt me, you hurt me. Fucking hell, who cares?
Just hurt me.
Just hurt me. But what were the results on your? Was it avoidant?
Oh, I'm dismissive avoidant.
Yeah.
I don't trust anyone. I don't believe in it.
You're really selling yourself.
I just rely on myself to meet my needs, essentially. Because my caregivers didn't. Okay. Yeah. If you answered negative positive, so if you have a negative view of yourself and a positive view of others, ding, 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 you're anxious, preoccupied. Means that you don't value yourself as much as other people. Okay. And the way that you get and receive love is to, I guess, be extra about it. So you can show people, okay, I love you. I really like this attachment. I really need this. Okay. So you're a bit louder, I guess, a little bit more excitable.
Yeah, okay. I guess I have like traits of that too. Yeah, definitely. It's in a relationship I can during conflict especially, I think I have traits of that for sure.
It's called protest behavior. It's like when you make yourself louder and want to be heard a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
And the last one, which is the rarest of the 4 attachment styles, it is negative. You have a negative view of yourself and a negative view of everyone. This one's called disorganized attachment.
Yeah. See, I used to think I was like that because I was like, I'm feeling like this, I'm feeling like that. But then I think maybe I was like that in my teens. Right? Like maybe 17.
I think we were all like that.
Yeah. But as I got older, I think it definitely changed.
So disorganized is when your brain hasn't come up with a complete method on how to deal with attachment.
That's right.
it switches. So it might be avoidant sometimes, it might be anxious sometimes. So it's a mix. Generally, it comes from a really traumatic childhood, actually. Okay. So anyway, look, we're very unqualified to diagnose people with this attachment.
Exactly.
Styles.
So, yeah.
So see a therapist.
Yeah, exactly. Get some expert advice, but
don't take a quiz on Google.
I mean, we did.
We did. But don't do that. Yeah. Talk to your therapist or a licensed therapist.
Or talk to your partner. Just be like, how am I reacting? Like, tell me. And then maybe you guys can work it out.
Well, maybe you guys already have an idea of what kind of attachment you have.
Yeah.
But I think it's helpful to know what you and your partner have.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And that will help you argue better or deal with conflict better.
Ultimately, we all want to be secure. But that is very, very hard.
That's the dream. And
that's the dream.
That's a bullshit dream.
I mean, I think I'm going to take this time of like being single. Oh, shut up. No, I mean it. Like, I think I'm really going to take this time of being single and like, not seeing.
Become secure.
To try and become secure.
Okay. What is security?
I think people can become secure. I think once they understand a certain way they get triggered and how they can navigate with the triggers and all that.
If anyone knows how to become secure, please contact us.
I think with a lot of therapy, a lot of work, a lot of time.
What does being secure mean to you?
I think I saw this in the I think she's called the unrelated relationship expert.
The holistic psychologist.
So she's like in a relationship when both of you are like, I'm willing, I'm growing, I'm learning, and I'm present and I want to be here with you,
through the changes.
That shows security, I'm willing, I'm growing, and all that stuff. I think that's
a sign that you're secure.
Like
you're okay. You understand that person might have
not like issues. Oh no, we've had a fight, let me just run for the hills,
Okay, so when you and your partner fight, or ex-partner,
partner cries.
Back in the day when you had a partner,
when I had a partner,
what would you tend to do when there's an argument?
Oh, I think I get louder.
Okay,
and I maybe
express
it a lot. Yeah.
You want to talk it out.
I'm like, let's talk it out. Like, let's,
Okay. And what would your partner do? Ex-partner.
Oh, one of my ex-partners. I think the pattern has been they've maybe not been as responsive.
Okay, so non-responsive.
Yeah, not respond.
Cold?
Like just like a little, maybe like not expressing it like me. Emotion. Yeah, just like, I think that's,
Do you feel like you're emotional when you're fighting?
Yes. I think I get emotional during conflict with anyone. Anyone, not just my partner, with my friends, with my family. I think I get emotional. Yeah. Because I want to be heard and I want to be seen, And if they are not giving me that, then I get louder and louder, You want
to be understood.
Exactly.
And if they don't understand you, you say, okay, let me say it again in a different way.
And I don't think it's the right way. Yeah. And it's obviously something I've been working on and, just better way to navigate these things,
I'm not sure. Like, okay, I understand what you mean by like saying, is it the right way? I think that's not a helpful way of saying that.
Exactly.
Because I don't want to shame people into like we all have our attachment styles. Most of us are insecure, I would say, because I've never met a secure person. I've met like maybe one secure person in my life.
See, this is what I mean. I always think I've met a secure person and then I actually get into a relationship with them and then there's like something like this happens and I'm like, yo, you're not secure. That was false advertising.
That's what I mean.
I want a refund.
You need to wait till you get triggered. Both of y'all. Then you'll be like, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't see this in the honeymoon phase.
Nah, exactly. Yeah.
So like there's no shame in having an insecure attachment style because I think majority of us have it. it's it's something that you didn't have control over as a child. So you didn't choose to be like this, and you don't choose to be like this now. Yeah. I guess the choice is whether you're going to change.
That's it. And it's all about taking those steps to change, like going to therapy, like, you know, just
being conscious,
exactly. Yeah.
Being mindful and
self-aware. And when you do get triggered, or you feel like you're about to get triggered, what are your next steps? How are you going to handle that?
Have an action plan.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the hardest thing at the moment.
Yeah.
So what about your exes? What do you think their attachment
why
style was?
it's oh yeah.
Well, you can ask me questions. Go ahead.
Let me ask you. Okay. I feel like not the Prav show. Okay. So you're an avoidant. Yes. What has your partner's like ex-partner's attachment styles have been?
I would say a majority of them have been anxious. And I would say I get together with a lot of anxious people, majority of the time. There's this law of attraction between anxious and avoidant. It's called the anxious avoidant trap. So literally in psychology, they've noticed a pattern of these two particular styles getting together. And I say, yeah, that's true for me.
Yeah.
I don't
What do you think attracts? Why do you think attracts?
Oh, I know.
Attracts in the first place.
I know.
You know exactly.
Yeah. I think anxious people attract me, or I find them attractive because there's a security there that I find with, like, knowing that they really like me.
Okay. You like to feel you want to feel wanted by them.
I like to be chased.
Okay.
And I don't know if I even realized that. I like chasing people.
And they will chase because they're anxious, right?
Exactly. I used to think I like chasing people, right? And I still do, but I've come to realize that no, my attachment style is lending to, they need to chase me and then I need to run away.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's the pattern.
Okay.
And it's in my relationships, and it's even in my, just like meeting up with people, going on dates, hooking up with people, whatever. Like, it's clear the pattern is there.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah. Okay.
What about you? Who do you attract?
I don't know. I think it's been a variety. I think, like, I feel like my last relationship was avoidant, but the relationship before that was anxious. And yeah, it's been like a mixture, yeah.
So maybe you are secure, and it kind of changes.
I think
depending on the partner.
I definitely am secure at the start, and then I get triggers come in, and then I become a little bit of like an anxious / like fearful. I don't know.
What makes you anxious?
I think I sometimes get this thing called imposter syndrome, where, like, when I'm in a relationship, I feel like, oh shit, I'm not good enough for this person,
Good enough.
Yeah, they're like beyond my level, or they're just way out my league or something like that. And then it just normally happens like midway through a relationship, and then I start doing something called self-sabotaging. So I'm like, oh, do they love me? Do they really love me? And it just like mind games, like in my head, my own head.
Right.
Yeah, and then it just starts to go downhill, and then I'm telling myself, no, like they're with you for a reason, blah blah.
Yeah.
And
can you normally convince yourself of that?
Well, I did start going therapy, so I definitely I have been improving, and it's definitely been something I've worked on and come a long way through. But yeah, it's definitely, I start feeling like that and start self-sabotaging, and then I constantly seek reassurance from my partner, being like, do you love me? Do you really though? Yeah. And then it's maybe like that's when I turn from secure to anxious.
Yeah. That's definitely something I recognize in my exes.
Yeah.
So like when you're describing that's definitely reassurance.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think if you know your attachment style, the next thing to kind of maybe know a little bit more about is love languages. That can be really helpful as well. So what you said just then was that you need to be reassured.
Yeah.
And that's part of the love languages.
So yeah, words of affirmation is up there for me as one of my love languages.
Is it number one?
Yeah, I think so. I
Wow.
think so, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely is. Words of affirmation, quality time, and just like physical touch. I think those three are my main.
Okay. So the 5 love languages by Gary Chapman.
If you don't know them already,
He wrote a book, and he kind of boiled it down to 5 love languages: how you express love, how you want to be, how you want to receive love. I think there's more.
Yeah, but the five
But
main
the 5 main
yeah.
ones that he came up with was quality time, acts of service, words of affirmation,
gift giving,
and
physical touch.
physical touch. Yeah,
Is that 5?
that's 5.
Yeah. So I've said my 3. What are yours?
Oh, mine's acts of service, number 1.
Okay.
And then quality time. And then number 3 is, what's the other ones? Oh, physical touch.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? Gift giving.
Gift
and what was
giving.
the other one?
Quality time, gift giving, acts of service, words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation.
Oh, is that on the board for you?
No, I would say probably physical touch. And
Physical
then
touch, yeah.
Words of affirmation. Words of affirmation is not high, but the lowest for me is gift giving. I don't really care about that.
Yeah, me either. I get when people are like gift giving is a big thing for them, but for
Yeah.
me it's just like nah.
Yeah, like that's just not even on my radar.
I don't even. Yeah,
Like you can buy me something, but like who cares?
Yeah.
Look, gift giving can be like they make you something. That's
Oh
cute.
yeah, that's cute.
Cool.
That's cute. Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's like, to me, that's almost like an act of service.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
exactly.
But I'm just like, do not tell me you love me. Show me you love me. I'm 100%
Yeah.
about that.
Okay.
And yours is the other way.
No, I mean like show me you love me too. That's fine, but I think
want it all.
But I think for me, verbal reassurance is important. You know, just like little something you say to someone in the morning, like, "Hey, like you're great. Have a great day," or some shit like that. Yeah, that can literally make your entire day.
God.
I don't know. It's those little cute things. You know, it doesn't always have to be. It doesn't have to be something major.
No, like, okay,
You know?
instead of them saying that, imagine they made you breakfast.
Yeah, that's great too.
Right?
That's great too.
You can't have it all, bro.
I know, but like, you know, words of affirmation is great because
Yeah,
I
mean,
feel like
look, I would take
yeah.
breakfast over somebody being like, "You're great."
Yeah, I guess so. But like, I feel like for me, I always try and say words of affirmation to
Because
Yeah.
here's the thing: your love language is words of affirmation. So what you give is words of affirmation because you don't.
I mean, I do have cooked breakfast. I'm the whole package. You get me?
Oh yeah, are you acts of service? Are you?
Whatever service, you know, whatever service they need, I will provide.
Okay, but that's the problem with the being in a relationship where your love languages are mixed.
Exactly.
It's because you could really only understand how you receive love.
And like, then you get disappointed when you don't actually receive it back because you're like, oh, but I do this for this person, but this person's not giving that back to me. But you can't always expect that.
Yeah, well,
you know?
it's about feeling like you're not getting your needs met.
That's it.
And so when your partner realizes what your love language is, if a good partner, it's a secure partner, they generally will be able to meet those needs for that person because they're like, well, that's your love language.
Yeah.
So if yours is gift giving, I'm going to give you gift.
Until I break my bank.
Yeah. Until I, because I know this about you. So like, why would I not do that? That seems silly, right? To keep the relationship good and vibrant.
Yeah.
Give them a Gucci bag.
Exactly. Buy them whatever they want, you know? That's their love language. Do as they say. Let's talk about what green flags we look for in a relationship or in the relationship or a partner. You can start. So let's say 4 green flags you look for.
4.
Okay.
I think for me, I do need somebody who probably needs more independence than maybe some of my exes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have an issue with feeling smothered. It's not, maybe that's not the correct term, but I can feel a little bit suffocated sometimes.
Okay. So they're able to do their own thing and then you're able to do...
Yeah, if they have hobbies.
Yeah, okay.
If they have friends, if they have family.
Yep.
To occupy their time too. And it's not just this relationship
Yeah.
that is anchoring them into life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you going to give one too?
Oh, are we doing
good?
one? Okay,
Yeah,
one
I
after.
think so.
Okay, so yeah, that's definitely one. I would also say, if they have their own social life, you know, they have their own friends, they have their own social life, so they're not like too dependent on always trying to hang out with me or whatever. So they're able
But they
to.
just love you, bro.
Yeah, I know.
They love you so much.
I mean, I can't blame them, but it's
Everyone wants a piece of Pearl.
Exactly.
So, there's not
It's
enough for her to go around.
very high in demand. So clearly, why I'm single. But yeah, they have their own social life, and yeah,
It's a big one.
yeah,
3, I think for me, they need to know about them, like be self-aware, and so know about their attachment theories. Attachment style. Know about their triggers. Know about maybe some of the childhood things that happen to them that maybe still affects them.
okay, yeah. So self-aware and
Like know a little bit about
why they are the way they are.
Yeah. And
okay.
how they behave in relationships. It could be
Okay.
really helpful.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I think also another one would be they're good. They listen. You know, because I feel like, listen. They listen. They take into consideration your point of view, even if they don't agree. They take that into consideration. Why are you smiling?
Because I
I know why you're smiling.
because I find that hard.
Yeah,
I find that really hard.
Yeah,
And I have difficulty with that and apologizing. Yeah.
Okay,
That's something that I struggle with. And it's not because I intentionally do that.
yeah.
I
Your mind just blocks it out. Does it?
Well, it's more like I believe in an objective truth.
Yeah, and you're like, this is the truth. your opinion doesn't matter because this is the truth.
Yeah. And it might come across as like I'm saying my opinion is objective truth, but what in my mind at the time, I'm just like, I'm an investigator, and what you're having an emotional conversation with me potentially, but my mind is also always working in the logical field. So I'm always like, well, let's look at this objectively, and that's not what people need.
Nah. They just want you to shut up and listen to
and
them,
reassure them,
and then be like, okay, I understand your point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
say that's
it.
That's okay to have that.
That's okay to have that point of view. Okay, that's it. Like, I think that's a green flag when they can listen and then consider
So I'm
your
a walking red flag.
Yeah. So guys, no, don't go there.
I know that about myself, and apologizing is
Well, that's
something
good, but
I'm terrible at.
you're aware of that about yourself. So many people aren't. They're like, oh, nah,
So I'm just a self-aware asshole.
Yes, that's exactly what you are.
That's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Good to be like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I'll add one more.
Yeah.
Green flag is. It totally slipped my mind. I forget.
That's what she said. I don't know if that makes sense.
I don't know if that does too. Oh, I've completely forgot.
Okay.
Oh, well, like the fifth one could be they're willing to work on themselves.
Yeah.
And the relationship. I think that's a big one.
I agree with that one. Also, another one I want to add is they're aware of things that are going on around them. So like stuff that's happening in the world, even if they don't have a lot of knowledge about it, they don't have to be political.
Oh, right.
They don't have to know who the prime minister or president of Sudan is, no. just be aware of what's happening in the world around you,
Okay. So
what major, things that people are fighting for or like trying to
why is
achieve.
this a green flag?
It's a green flag if people,
As in, like, this is a green flag
if they do know these things,
because it means like their world
No,
is bigger.
they're not in their little bubble.
Yeah.
No,
I 100% agree.
they're not in their little bubble. They're actually like,
Yeah.
like this is happening.
Yeah.
This is happening.
It means
and
that they have an interest in the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also like,
True.
yeah, I think especially for queer people, it's like
you can't choose to be apolitical.
exactly.
Especially now.
Yeah,
Like,
in a time like this,
in a time where there's so many anti-trans
Yeah.
rhetoric.
So like so much shit's
murders
happening.
/ abuse. Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Yeah, your very existence is a protest.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
Yeah. I think, a curiosity about the world. That's something that I've always loved about my exes. Yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
Okay. Well, now
this episode is very like deep
very
and serious, guys. You know, we just thought we'd mix it up a bit.
This is a disclaimer. We don't know what we're talking about. We're just giving you our anecdotal
We've
advice.
just had a lot of red wine, so you know that's what happens.
Okay, so I thought we can do something a little bit more fun and light.
Let's
Let's do that.
make it more fun.
Okay, we're going to talk about characters in pop culture, and we can talk about their attachment style, because I think once you learn about attachment theory, you start to see it in movies, in films, in TV shows.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can't avoid it. You just
every
see
time
it.
I'm watching something, I'm like, oh, that dude is fucking anxious. That dude's a fucking avoidant. Oh, you know.
Yeah. If only you could do that in real life.
Yeah, literally.
On a date and just be like, okay, I'm bailing.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can react to some of these couples and give me your point of view.
Okay.
Ross and Rachel
From Friends.
from Friends.
Oh, okay.
What's your opinion about their attachment
I think.
styles?
It's different because the character development was definitely different. I think as a couple, I think Ross is a little bit anxious, and Rachel is maybe secure. Rachel is secure. She has anxious tendencies, but I think she's secure. But I think Ross is anxious. You know?
Yeah, I think it's helpful to know there's a difference about having anxiety, general anxiety. So you can have anxiety about the world, your job, the way you look. Yeah. It doesn't mean your attachment style is anxious.
Yeah.
But I've never watched Friends.
Yeah, you don't even know what the fuck it's
But I already know Ross is anxious.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
he
from
is.
the little snippets
clips,
I see. You know?
Yeah, okay.
So I don't know about that couple necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Carrie and Big.
Oh.
Did you ever watch Sex and the City?
Yeah. Okay. Big, I think is he avoidant?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's avoidant. And Carrie is secure. Is she secure?
I think she became very anxious.
Okay.
And so that's another example of, I think your attachment style can change within a relationship. People can pull you on the spectrum. Carrie and Big were a disaster. So I watched their relationship, and for me, it's like, why? Why are you guys doing this?
Yeah.
Why did you keep going back together now? Do you have a different opinion about that?
No. I was just thinking, like, I never really watched Sex and the City.
Okay.
But yes, I can see what you mean. Like,
I mean, you could watch.
I actually watched the film as well.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, he
died. Stop, spoiler.
That was in the series. Are you talking about the movie?
The movie, he dies.
No, that was in the series. He died.
Did he?
Yeah. In the movie, he left her at the old. Or he didn't show up to the wedding.
What?
Yeah.
What in the in the movie, dude, he died.
No. Really? In the new series called And Just Like That.
Okay. That's where he died.
Yeah, he died in that one on a Peloton bike.
Oh yeah. Stupid, yeah.
Which, it was a really good thing for the show, because it turned out that he had sexual assault charges against the actor. So they were like, lucky we killed him off before we could get cancelled.
Exactly.
But when I was watching that, people were rooting for Carrie and Big or not, right? You're in those two camps. But I was just thinking, why doesn't she pick someone else like Aiden, which is someone else who I feel like was a secure partner? But anyway,
but
there's the anxious avoidant trap.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Keep going back together.
Exactly.
And what you think is, oh, this is passion and this is real love. And I don't feel this way with someone like Aiden. I feel less love. It's the love is less big, essentially. So you just think it can't be real when that's not the case. Yeah. It's just toxic, people. Okay. Do you watch...
No, I didn't watch
Ozark?
I didn't watch Ozark.
Never mind. How I Met Your Mother.
Yes. Yes.
Ted and
That's
Robin.
easy. Robin is avoidant. Ted is anxious. Super easy.
Yeah.
Super easy.
Ted was always annoying to me.
Really?
Yeah, because I found his the anxious style annoying.
Yeah. But
And
that's
I was
because
always-
you're an avoidant. So you were like, what the fuck is this guy crazy? But I was always like, oh, he's like just a romantic. He's just sweet. He
There
just
you go.
loves
That's how
Robin
different-
so much. Like, what is wrong with her?
Yeah, to the point where I'm like, it was too much. Like,
Yeah.
to the point where I felt like he was being idiotic about expressing how he felt and convincing her that she should be with him. I
Yeah.
just felt like that got to that point. Okay. Notting Hill.
Oh,
William and
my
Anna.
favorite movie.
Your favorite movie.
William and Anna.
William and Anna is not the name.
Anna. Oh, I think. Oh, God. That's a hard one.
Is it?
I think Anna is an avoidant,
Yeah.
and then I think William is secure. I don't think he's anxious.
It's hard to say because of his bumbling freaking voice. You know?
What, his
when he's
British
in the store,
accent?
when he's in the store and he's like, oh, I don't blah, 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 but, you know, you're like, okay, does he have
he's
anxious
it's just Hugh Grant trying to be
Yeah.
charming.
Yeah, is he trying to be charming or is he anxious?
You're taking the piss out of my favorite film. No, I think he's secure. He might have a little bit of anxiety, but I think he's secure. But she's obviously avoidant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hard to say about him.
I think it's hard to say. You know, it's Hollywood at the.
Okay, Jim and Pam from The Office.
They're the best. They're the best. I think they're both secure.
I think
They're both quite secure. They have
think that-
anxious tendencies, but I think as in a relationship,
yeah.
you only really see their kind of that side, the anxious part towards the end. You know, when
they feel like they're drifting apart.
Yeah. That,
But I think that was like the point of that is it was real. They were drifting apart.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And so the
They-
fact
they were
that
getting
they
anxious.
noticed that
yeah,
and got
yeah,
did something about it,
yeah.
and that's why they stayed together, means that there is some. I think they are secure about the relationship. Okay. Shane from the L Word. Shane slash
is this a what kind of question is it? Obviously avoidant.
Avoidant, yeah. What do you think of Shane?
I'm like, nah, dude. Nah.
Messy.
As in,
disastrous.
I was always like, oh, Shane's so cool. Like, blah, blah. As I got older, I'm like, nah, I don't want to be that avoidant.
Now that you've watched the L Word new Generation Q,
yeah.
how do you feel about
I feel like Shane is way more vulnerable in this one. You know?
I felt like, I mean, I haven't finished it.
Yeah.
but I felt like there was no character growth because of what she did to Tess. They just did this 180 of like,
I know,
okay, and now suddenly Shane's back to season 1 of L Word.
Yeah, but it's showing what lesbians are like in real life. They don't change. They're the same.
Especially if you don't do anything about
Yeah,
it. Like,
exactly.
Shane comes from trauma and had a really traumatic upbringing.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that she is avoidant.
Yeah.
And if you don't do anything about it, if you just get into a relationship and hope that will be a quick fix, probably isn't going to work out. So,
Okay. Right. So what
Bet and Tina.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was trying to read what it said. Bet and Tina. I don't know. I think Bet is probably anxious.
Okay.
And Tina's probably secure.
Okay, that's interesting. I've always
especially in
said
the new one. In the new one, Tina is secure. Like
Yeah.
she knows what she wants. That's it. And then Bet is like
maybe. Yeah, so
like
I
running
think,
around.
I think that Bet is avoidant and Tina was
Really?
anxious with her.
Okay, maybe.
But in the new season, when they've spent time apart, I do think that maybe Tina had become secure.
Yeah, but I think also in the old season, Bet, when she cheated on Tina, she was like really trying to get her back, like pulling out all the stops. But I don't think an avoidant person would do that.
No, they can. No, they can.
Okay.
Because avoidant people also don't want to, like, they can still have relationships with people, and it can be just as hard for them to walk away from a relationship.
Yeah.
And I think that she felt like she had done something wrong and she wanted to fix it. And if only Tina could just accept it and move on, then everything will be fine.
Yeah.
I think that's how she treated it. And that's like, for me, that's an avoidant thing.
Okay. Next round. Next segment of the podcast.
If you could be in any romantic / love TV, reality TV show.
Okay.
Which one would you be in?
I've thought about this before. I think we both have the same answer for this. I think I would be in Love is Blind. That shit is romantic, bro. Like, you don't see the person, you just talk to them. Like, that's it.
So I feel like we have different reasons why we'd be on the show, but
okay,
yeah, for you it's romantic.
I know. I'd just be like, it's the whole. There's no pressure of having to see that person. Also, you can literally tell. It's like talking to a therapist, but without having to see them. And like, you get a sense of. You get a sense of who you really connect with and who you don't on a deeper level. Yeah, and then if you see them, and
here's the thing: if you see them, you would change your mind instantly.
But I feel like on that show, they only really they don't really pick.
That's true.
I don't want to say it, but they're all like good looking. Yeah, right.
They do have a standard.
Yeah, exactly.
A generic standard.
Yeah, and it's all like
I mean, they're not set out to like troll these people by like really breaking any standards.
Yeah.
They did have more people of color, I guess, as the seasons went on, and also like some bigger people.
Yeah,
and I think that's good.
That's good.
A lot of them didn't make it in the next round, but it's good. More representation. If they could make a queer version, that'd be great.
If they could make a queer version of any bloody love show, that would be amazing.
We should,
please. I'll be number one to get. I'll go and try and audition.
Oh yeah.
Try and
Yeah. Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, I would say Love is Blind, only because I think I would be good at it. I think I would be good because it's just about talking and I can do that.
Yeah.
Another thing is, I think for myself, I can get too hung up on how people look. I can make a decision about someone instantly. Oh, yeah. Instantly. Like, it's not a good habit to get into because people are much more complex.
Exactly.
That.
It lets you look at someone in a more, deeper level than
in a more meaningful way.
That's it.
Yeah. So I would like to kind of challenge myself in that way by not caring about what they look like. And it's not even like my standard is like I look for supermodels. Not at all. Like I think I have quite a broad taste. But there's something about like seeing someone and having that instant chemistry. I build a lot on that.
Appearance is a big factor when it comes to dating relationships, because it's what you see it's what you see, right? Like when and I guess.
But can you overcome that?
I think for me, appearance is important, but I feel like the more I get to know someone, I see them more attractive in a way where it's not just their looks, I think but it's about spending more, giving them that second chance. giving them that, no, not like
how generous of you. The Lord has spoken.
No, not like that, but like not just being like, not after the first date being like, oh, I didn't find them attractive. Just being like, oh, we had a good time,
But have you done that where you're just like, see them and you're like, they're not attractive, I'm not seeing them again? Well, you know the answer to that.
No, I think I have. I think I have.
I don't know.
I think that part of my life is a bit blurry.
Okay.
No, but I want to be more like that.
Okay.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, Love is Blind. When the curtain comes up or whatever.
Yeah.
You're not gonna run for the hills.
No. If the producers of Love is Blind are watching this,
hit us up.
Pretty sure you're not.
Put us on your show.
Please. Okay. What's the next part of this?
Of this rambling
podcast.
I guess the final part is,
I think we're going to do that secret question round, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Secret question time.
So we've talked about love languages. We've talked about attachment theories. We've talked about people famous people, TV characters, their attachment styles. We talked about a lot in this podcast. Our past experiences in relationships too. So we're going to add a new segment to our podcast. It's going to happen in every podcast. It's called Secret Question Round. We're each going to prepare a question for the other, and the other person won't know what it is.
Yeah, and you got to answer it like
truthfully, and it can be as deep and as you want.
It could be deep or shallow, and it could be as salacious as we want it to. Okay. Do you have your question? You can ask me first. Why am I nervous now because of that laugh of yours?
All right. My question to you is, if you won the lottery, what would you do with the money?
I'd give it all to you.
Good answer. Good answer.
Man, I think I would travel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I love traveling, and I would go to Italy.
Yeah.
And I
make
would
pasta.
Yeah. I would go to like some mountainous region and find a nonna. He's like 99 years old. He's been making pasta her whole life. And I'll pay her a lot of money and be like, teach me everything.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit I would want.
And you'll get a translator with you because you don't know what
I'm going to learn Italian because I have so much money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But also I would bring a translator.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely would travel because you don't need to work. You don't have to worry about certain things. Obviously, I'll give money to people. Like my family and friends. And charity and all that stuff. Sure. Like
depends on how much money you want. Yeah.
Yeah. Like how much money? Like is this fuck around money or like
I don't know. At least like 3 million.
3 million's nothing.
Really?
3 million's not what it used to be. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
If I only won 3 million, I'd buy a house.
Yeah.
And it would be some shanty. Knowing Sydney, it would be some fucking shanty. Out in the sea and it's washing away because of climate change. So
yeah, exactly.
3 million, just buy a house, I guess.
Yeah, okay. Or a houseboat. That'd be cool. Like a boathouse.
Like SpongeBob.
Yeah, that's good. No.
Okay, so my turn to ask you the question?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Wait. Go.
Okay, so who was your first crush on a girl/woman that made you realize maybe you're queer?
This I think it was definitely in primary school. Primary school, yeah. I think I was like maybe 9, 10. I knew I had weird feelings before that, but definitely when I was 9, 10, I can't disclose the name of this person.
Yeah, no, you don't have
but she was like a close friend of mine, and I just always wanted to, just like
be around
her. Like I was just like, she had like really nice hair, and I like wanted to be her best friend. I didn't really know what it meant, but then that was my first like crush. I think it was more like it was like a childish crush, like a cutesy innocent crush. Yeah,
like a friendship crush.
Yeah, like exactly. So when I got a bit older, I understood what that kind of meant. Yeah,
the kind of gay crush that historians like to write about and be like, they were really good flatmates.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. I think definitely like primary school. I was like,
okay, so you realized back then.
Yeah, a long time ago. Nice. Long time ago. I don't know how the hell my parents didn't know.
Might be like almost you didn't have a choice in this.
I'm sure they did. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You were born this way, it sounds
like Lady Gaga said. That's exactly right.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. That's it. We're reached the nay of the podcast.
Yep.
And I hope you guys have enjoyed it.
Hope you got something out of
this. I hope we gave them insight into some important matters.
And go to therapy over these matters because we don't know what we're talking about.
We're just sharing our experiences and, trying to make you feel sorry for us, obviously. That's the ultimate goal.
By listening to this podcast.
Exactly. And stay tuned. We will be posting a new episode every 2 weeks Thursday. So
okay. Bye now.
Bye.